Before we continue with this video, visit my new business venture, carmarshal.com. For your next vehicle purchase, we advertise over 100,000 vehicles nationwide. That's carmarshal.com. The link is in the description.
The city of Denver will be paying out more than $4 million to settle a lawsuit by the family of Michael Marshall. Marshall is the inmate who died in this scuffle with deputies at the downtown jail 2 years ago. CBS 4 investigator Rick Salinger has covered this case very closely all along. And Rick, that settlement includes more than the money.
Yes, it does, Jim. Michael Marshall was mentally ill. He suffered from an illness called schizophrenia. The settlement involves more than money. It involves a group of changes being called the Marshall Rights. Members of his family insisted upon it, including one woman who had lived with Marshall most of her life. For Natalia Marshall, it was a return to where her uncle lost his life. On her shirt, a picture of him in better days. He suffered from mental illness, and she recalled him talking to trees and other objects.
And I say, Uncle Michael, who are you talking to? And he goes, the fence. You have to say bye to all our friends. Everything's our friends.
Talk did not play a role here. Michael Marshall attempted to move past deputies in the jail. They pushed him back and restrained him. A spit mask was placed on his head. He threw up and began choking. Now Natalia spoke for her family.
If they had the proper training, then maybe they would have approached him differently.
City officials announced a $4.65 million settlement. It also includes mental health training for deputies.
Help them understand the mental health and how to deal and de-escalate those individuals.
No mental health professionals were called in because none were on duty at the time. They went home at 5 o'clock.
Calling the changes Michael Marshall's rights, the jails will now have full-time, around-the-clock professionals to deal with mental illness.
I work in that community, and I see it every day I go to work.
Her uncle was homeless and schizophrenic. As they gathered outside the jail in prayer, one member of the clergy remarked, "Money won't bring him back." Attorneys for the families say the city reacted quite differently this time around than with similar matters in the past, therefore avoiding the necessity of filing a lawsuit. Live downtown, Rick Salinger covering Colorado First.
Rick, thank you.
Watch family of mentally ill Denver man killed by cops gets $4.6 million settlement. Nearly 2 years after Michael Marshall was killed by Denver deputy sheriffs at the downtown jail, the city has agreed to pay his family $4.65 million. But because Marshall was schizophrenic, the family insisted that new policies be put in place to train officers on how to deal with mentally ill inmates. They hope that the Michael Marshall rules will ensure that no other inmate sees a similar fate. A two-pronged approach. Family attorney Daryl Kilmer said that equipping the department with the tools and resources needed to support inmates with mental health issues can prevent these kinds of tragedies from happening. If there would have been this type of mental health expertise at the jail the night that Michael Marshall was here, he very well could be alive today, Kilmer said at Wednesday's press conference. The number of lives that this measure alone will save in the future is uncountable, but it's certain to make an impact. The measure calls for the hiring of 2 on-site mental health providers by January 1 to service the downtown detention center and county jail around the clock. Deputies will now also be required to undergo training on mental illness in the jail population as well as how to handle mentally ill inmates, including when to use force. What went wrong with Marshall? In Marshall's case, the 50-year-old man had been arrested for trespassing and disturbing the peace, as reported by the Denver Post. While in custody on a $100 bond, jail video showed him in an agitated state attempting to leave the area where he had been detained. One of the deputies grabbed Marshall while 5 others climbed on top of him to subdue him, thus suffocating him. He choked on his own vomit and had to be hospitalized. Marshall fell into a coma for 9 days. On November 20, his family said their goodbyes and took him off life support. While the family acknowledges that neither the money nor the new protocols will bring Marshall back, at least other impaired individuals will have a chance to live. I am thankful for the Michael Marshall rights, niece Natalia Marshall said. Unfortunately,
we're the lawyers for the Marshall family, the family of Michael E. Marshall, who was killed in the Denver jail on November 11, 2015, almost 2 years ago. We're here to announce a settlement of the Marshall family's claims against the city of Denver arising out of the killing of Michael Marshall. The settlement terms are both financial and, more importantly, non-financial. The financial payment to the family will be $4.65 million. The city has agreed as part of the settlement with the Marshall family to a group of policy and procedure changes and staffing changes, which are known as the Marshall rights. And the Marshall rights include a commitment to hire and train specialists in mental health and have them posted 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year at both the Denver City Jail, where we are right now, and Denver County Jail out on Smith Road. That is a tremendous commitment of resources and one that's long overdue. If there would have been this type of mental health expertise at the jail the night that Michael Marshall was here, he very well could be alive today.
Like, I never wanted this to happen to anyone, let alone my family member. So yes, I do stand here for not just my family, but for the community, because it could have been anybody. It doesn't matter who it was. I mean, it matters tremendously who it was, but it could be any one of us. I'm hoping that Michael Marshall rights really does help save other people's lives. Tremendously, I really do.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I found that I had to make a change this ending on my videos, letting you know about the channel and fair use laws, you know, how we can report on other people's reporting and how it's good, how it's bad, etc. But you guys can look it up yourself. It is legal. It's in there. But like I've told you before, that I've been cut off from making money on YouTube for 4 years. It's really weird, bizarre, but they cut the money off, but they said you can keep the channel, and now YouTube makes all the money. And if you get bored, plug it into Social Blade website, and you'll see that they are making a huge amount off the site. Right now it's at 63 million views, 53,000 subscribers, almost 3 million views a month. You know, trying to wake people up, and I make nothing. In fact, I got a customer that's ex-congressman. He said if I could ever find a lawyer, sue YouTube on it. But because this is nuts. 4 hours a day, and to save America. You know, but at the same time, it's worth it. Look at what our founding fathers did. They died for this country. So, but getting back to the money part, this is why I'm redoing the video. Is my dream of everyone giving $1, and it's going to be $53,000 a year, or if they did Patreon, which you know, can be monthly. That is not working. That'd be great if it did. Nothing is perfect. And I appreciate the people that do donate, you know, what they can on PayPal. And there again, I'm letting you guys know that is not much. It is, you know, monthly is, oh my god. So anyways, yes, you cannot live on it. It's very, very, very low amount. But the dollar things, I do appreciate that. But when I first said everybody give $1, that's not working. I'm just letting you guys know it's, yeah, that's that dream. Everybody gives $1. 53,000 subscribers, it's not working. So yes, if you can give more than that, you know, I appreciate it. Like I said, you know, I'm in a unique situation where, you know, we're already debt free, and I'm not rich, but with the little business that we have, I am able to do what I am able to do 45 hours a day, you know, letting you guys know what's going on. In 4 years, I've did the whole thing myself. 12,000 videos on there. I literally get emails where people are like, holy crap, I never knew it was this bad. And it is this bad, and it's getting worse every day because we have the internet, we have cell phones, we have cameras everywhere now, and it's just disgusting what's going on. And then, as you guys know too, we got Trump, we got Jeff Sessions doing a war on drugs, and now he wants to go after the forfeiture laws again. It's just, unfreaking real. So if you can give more than that, that dream of everybody giving $1, yeah, that old video, that's not working. They're not. They're just not. So anyways, if you can give more than that, that dream is not working. Hardly anybody is giving. There you go. So that's why I'm remaking the video. If you can give more than that, that would be great. And there again, like I said, the Patreon's there. There is some people on there that are starting to give, but there again, it's very, very low. And like I said, I don't want to get rich off of that. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because, you know, it's still so stinking corrupt. It's not even funny. My court case that I'm going to be paying out of my pocket myself with Charlotte County's coming up. They illegally looked me up and then posted all my information on LEOAFFAIRS website. They basically doxed me, however you want to say that. I forget what the word is, and they outed me, man. And that information on that site went out to 500 sheriffs, deputies, people that work at the jail, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, it is very, very scary, but we're going to do a federal case, 1983 case, violating freedom of speech. We have 17 cameras in the house now. We got 2 cameras in the car. I always carry a camera plus a cell phone. A lot of people are highly recommending I get a vest now. If I could, if the wife would let me, I would run for sheriff. We are trying to push the thing nationwide right now. Where just to mix it up and to get the topics out there is register to run for sheriff, NPA, no party affiliation, as a write-in, and that is completely free, and you can participate in the elections. And there's a lot of stuff. We got a guy, James McLinnis in Pinellas County, Tampa, who almost won. He experienced the corruption himself. The story is unbelievable. Look him up. It's mind-blowing what they did. It pissed him off. He is very, very smart. He has way more money than I did. He ran for sheriff at the last 3 months last year in 2016 and almost won. He got all of the black vote. And the reason why he did that is because he ran in, I will not bust, we're in Florida, I will not bust anybody for weed anymore unless it's an ungodly huge amount, like pounds. And then he also ran in, no more victimless crimes, no more of this freaking road pirate bull crap. And then he was going to cut the budget by 30%. And when you think about that, you can. If you stop the road pirates, you can get rid of a bunch of people. Gone. So, the wife has been saying, yes, I can, yes, I can't. So I don't know. We're trying to find somebody that can do it because I am busy doing this anyways. But, so I'm making a video, like I said, that $1 a month from everybody, you know, for 53,000 subscribers, that is not working. I'm just letting you guys know. Absolutely give way more than $1 a month. If you can, I appreciate anything. By the way, remember too, when you give that, PayPal takes like freaking 15 to 20%, so it's even worse than that. But, and there again, like I'm letting you guys know, it's way, what I get is very, very low. Appreciate it, but it is very, very low. Can't live on it. I'm just, you know, I'm working, and that's what I'm working on. And that court case is going to cost a buttload of money. That's federal court. Just the filing fees and the depositions that we're going to be doing with this corrupt cop. So there's another reason to give. We are going to be doing a deposition with this very corrupt. He was in a drug squad. He is a bad guy. He's on steroids. We heard steroids are rampant here. That's why their attitude is so bad. And we are going to get him on video, and it will be on YouTube. So that case alone is $5,000 just to bring it to court, and that's my money out of my pocket. So there's another reason to give, and give way more than $1 if you can. So keep that in mind. This is the new video, and I see, God, I talk a lot. It's already 7 minutes, but had to make it just to let you know that $1 a month from everybody is not working. They're not doing it. So if you can give more than that, please. So thanks. Keep it up. Share, like, subscribe, tell your friends, send me your videos on corruption, and I'll post it.